Should I do a German floor or should I not do a German floor? Welcome back to this channel, and I'm glad to have you here. Big question, actually a very small question, but it's actually very big. Should I do a German floor or should I not do a German floor? My contractor said I should do a German floor. And my friend said he did his own, he did not do a German floor. What is even the German floor? Come on. German floor is actually a solid layer, a mass concrete layer that is laid over. When you bring the foundation out, the foundation wall, there is this concrete that is normally poured. Sometimes it could be 100 millimeters, 125 millimeter, or 150 millimeter. I know you don't understand this thing I'm saying. Okay, but you know 4 inches, right? 5 inches or 6 inches. That's right. So if you understand this thing I'm talking about, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You know 5 inches, you know 6 inches. That thickness of the German floor is normally that size, laid over the entire floor of your building, from the outside through the inside to all the around it. Now, why do we need to do German floor? Listen, I'm doing this video specifically because I want to save somebody from running into trouble. Tomorrow you say that they did not advise me. Why is this one happening? Why is my building doing like this? Why is my building shooting sand? Why is my come on? It's not your building, it's your decision, okay? It's the decisions that you took while construction that is giving you those problems. Typical example is that some people experience things that begin to, the paint in your building begin to peel at the floor level. Why is it peeling? Yes, it is because either you did the German floor and you did not do it well, or you did not do it at all. So there are two things. It is for you to do your German floor and for you to do it well. This video is going to take you through the things you need to know about German floor, the benefits of German floor, why you should do it and why you should not do it, and what you stand to gain and what you stand to lose. So come with me, let's get through to this video, okay? Now, what are the benefits of German floor? I'm going to give you just 4. They are numerous if you want to go through it, but in this video, let me just hit 4 that will nail the head. Okay? Number 1 is that it's going to offer a stable floor in your interior of the building. It means that it will give a firm support for your finishes. What are the finishes? Now, it's those tiles that you come and put inside your house at the end of the day. Have you experienced a situation whereby somebody puts tile and you walk inside the house, the tile are broken everywhere, tile is breaking? Yes, it's because there was no firm support on the floor to receive those tiles. That's why those tiles were breaking. Number 2, it will offer moisture barrier. Remember, I gave you an instance about your paint peeling and having your walls at the lower part of it growing molds. Why does it do that? It's because water from ground can climb from foundation and come up onto the walls of your building. Why would it climb? Because there is something called capillary action. This capillary action is a very serious matter when it comes to reaction with blocks. If you are building in an environment where there is moisture, the floor there has water, which is normal. Every floor has water, whether it is in the north or in the south. If you dig it, water there inside the soil. You need to understand that even when you put the German floor, you must provide a membrane that will stop moisture from climbing up. That is called damp-proof membrane. This damp-proof membrane has to be laid over the floor completely before you now put a mesh. Then you pour your concrete on top of it. What does that mesh do? It's a reinforcement so that the concrete you are going to pour on top of it will not weaken or will not crack. Alright, so how does this whole thing stop moisture from climbing into the building? Yes, if you put a waterproof, will water pass through that waterproof? No, it will not. So it offers moisture barrier. And remember, the concrete is thick, so it will not allow water from the foundation wall to come up to your upper walls. And with that, you can have your building, you paint it, you screed it, and you don't have issues. One big problem, let me tell you, if you have moisture attack in your building or molds growing in your building, see, your children will be sick. Every day you'll be hearing somebody, ja, ja, ja. You say, na aspa, na this. No. It's because of the decisions you made while you were doing your construction. Contractor say, let's do this. You start accusing the contractor that this contractor is making this building difficult. My friend built so house at so place. Come on. Ask that your friend what he's going through in the house that he's living. If you don't know, please ask me in the comment section. I'm going to tell you in detail what you need to do so that your building will serve you, not you serving your building. Because when you have this moisture problem in your building, see, you can pursue this building till your lifetime. You'll be pursuing the building. The building will be chopping money. In fact, at the end of the day, you run out of the house and you sell it, and you buy it and renovate it well. Alright, another thing that German floor does is that it will help in load distribution. Let me tell you how this one happens. It's a bit more structural, but listen because you will understand. The roof of your house has load, and that load runs through where? It runs through the walls. When it comes through the wall and you do not have German floor, that's how it's just going to go through the foundation. And when it goes like that, you might have issues of differential settlement. That means load in a particular point might be more than the one in another point, and there will be no distribution. So that point will suffer too much of load and it will settle. When it settles, what happens? The building will crack. You see the point? So let's move on to the fourth one, which is durability. When you have a building that has well-constructed German floor, I bet you the building is going to last longer than the one that doesn't have, because the building is compacted. Everything has been brought together. It's like you have won, if you're a footballer, what do they call that thing? Shingle. It brings it together, it gives it firmness, it helps the load to circulate, it will not allow capillary action to affect it, it will offer stability to your tile. So you see, all the benefits are listed in 1, 2, and 3 will come together and make your building to be durable. Okay, now those are just the benefits, but is it worth it? It will consume some money for you to put a German floor. And the question is, does it really worth it? Okay, let's get down to evaluate this. The question here now becomes, why should I do a German floor when it is going to consume all the money that I need? Now, let's address this. It's a big question for a lot of people. You need to answer it based on these factors I'm going to list. Number one, what kind of soil that am I building on? If the soil or your site condition is that which is unstable, or it is clayey soil, or you are building in a water-prone area, I tell you, you need to consider a German floor. Okay? I repeat that. If your soil is unstable, it's not a plain floor. If the soil is not strong, it is clay-like, and it has some moisture around it, you need to apply the German floor. Don't even think 2 times about it. Number 2, if you have water, for instance, you are building in Bayelsa, you are building in rivers, you are building in deltas, generally building in the south region, or you're building in any environment in the world that there is groundwater or tendency of flooding, a German floor is very, very crucial so that you will be able to control moisture or capillary action onto your building. Take notes. Now, this is a big one. You know, people jump into building houses. Let me not use the word jump. Go into building houses because of need, right? And before you consider that need, you must carefully plan and allocate budget for it, and you have a strategic map on how you want to build. So now, if your budget is small, and you are in this area, I will advise you, think well. Either you reduce the room sizes, but you must actually provide budget for that, so that when you are building, you will not build as you are going along the road, the money finishes. So you need to allocate budget for it so that you don't have to compromise with the long-term defects when you don't put a German floor. Okay, now, if you want to have good space for use, for instance, if the use of this facility you are building is going to bear heavy machinery, why would you not provide a German floor? You know that the German floor is like you're putting a stable slab for it to bear the load. So if you are going to use heavy machinery and heavy equipment in that facility, why won't you provide that? If you don't provide it, you are going to be patching the floor every 2 months. And you know what that means? Your floor finish will constantly be spoiled. So if you are building in an unstable or a dry environment, or your floor load isn't excessive, you might, have a little bit look about it. But speak with your architect, speak with the construction expert that is handling your project, and get professional advice. If you need my advice here, please, let's discuss. Drop a comment so that I can advise you clearly why you need and where you need to provide a German floor. I'm not saying you should go and do German floor inside a dog's house or when you're putting your chicken, that kind of thing. Or when you're doing for human beings and you have heavy equipment that you're going to cater for, definitely you need it. Is there any alternative to German floor? Sometimes when people have low budgets, they tend to just build their building all the way. I've seen some cases where when they reach the point where they have the German floor, they just make small concrete and put on top of the block and continue and call that German floor. Come on. It's not German floor, okay? That is not German floor. So I would say that there are no alternatives to German floor. German floor is German floor, okay? So don't let someone deceive you, telling you don't do it, it will consume so much money. No, you have to do it. The only alternative is in the size. In some cases, the thickness might need to be high. In some cases, it might need to just moderate so that you save cost. Alright, now I'm going to give you this as a bonus. Okay? If you have these factors, then you look at whether you need a German floor or you don't need a German floor, and what is the preference and why. Let me tell you. For soil type, German floor is required when there is unstable or clay soil. So all I've been telling you, look at it. I'm going to put it here so that you see it. But German floor is not required when the floor is very firm. Now, what's the preference? Now listen to this. Choose a German floor if the soil is unstable or prone to soil movement. Number 2, if the site has high moisture or flooding risk, you cannot run away from German floor. Also, if your project has a cost allowance for it, it will help you for long-term solution. 4, the bungalow will bear significant load or requires premium flooring when you provide a German floor. But on the other hand, you may skip a German floor if the soil is stable and firm and dry. Take note, if it is not dry, don't skip it. If the project has low budget and you still have a dry soil, are you getting the point? Not low budget moisture soil. Then if you are doing this in the arid region where there is no risk of groundwater or flooding, you may, but it is not advisable. My recommendation for you is that please incorporate a German floor for the most of your bungalows. This will help you to ensure stability. It will help you to ensure durability, and it will also help you to check moisture effects on the building, especially when you are building in the areas that is being challenged with risk of flooding. I must tell you that German floor is worth investing on, so don't miss it in your building. No matter how it might look as if it's expensive, it is a major component of the building that you should not overlook. It's just like building a house, and at the end of the day, you get to the roof, you say, I'm not going to put a roof, let me put a tarpaulin on top of it. Come on, that is the work of German floor. It helps you tie everything together, just like your roof will help you shield you. Alright? Thank you for coming with me through this video, and I'm happy that you have come this far. If you have not subscribed to this channel, this is a good time for you to do so. And if you like the information I'm giving you here, go ahead and like it and share it with your friends. See you in the next video.